During a heated debate in the Rajya Sabha, Congress MP Digvijay Singh launched a strong attack on the RSS, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah and the Election Commission. Singh claimed he has many friends associated with the RSS and personally asked them whether Amit Shah was ever part of the organization. According to Singh, all of them denied that Shah was ever an RSS member. His statement sparked political reaction and added to the ongoing tension between the ruling BJP and the Congress in Parliament over ideology, institutions and democratic functioning. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav visited Varanasi on Monday, where he offered prayer at the famous Kashi Vishwanath temple. He also performed ritual at the Kal Bhairav temple seeking blessings. Earlier on Sunday night, the Chief Minister arrived in Varanasi and was warmly welcomed by local public representatives. His visit was a part of personal and official tour reflecting cultural and spiritual connections. The visit drew attention as senior leaders often begin important engagement with religious prayer at prominent pilgrimage sites. During his Varanasi visit, Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav also travelled to Samsapur Paniaria village in Jaunpur district. He met Uttar Pradesh Sports and Youth Welfare Minister Girish Chandra Yadav and his family. The Chief Minister expressed deep condolences on the demise of Girish Chandra Yadav's father, Shri Savdhu Yadav. He consoled the grieving family and held a brief discussion with them. The gesture was seen as a mark of respect and solidarity beyond party and state boundaries during a time of personal loss. Opposition to the land pooling scheme in Ujjain has intensified with the BJP MLA now openly challenging his own government. Ujjain North MLA Anil Jain Kaluhera has written a letter to Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav opposing the land pooling act meant for developing the Kumbh city. He has supported farmers protesting against the scheme and warned that if the act is not withdrawn, he'll join the agitation on December 26. This internal dissent has made land pooling a major political challenge for the state government. In Bhind district, the sand mafia attacked the vehicle of SDM during action against illegal sand transportation. Lahar SDM Vijay Singh Yadav received information about overloaded tractor carrying sand without royalty near Mehona bypass. When officials tried to stop them, one driver deliberately rammed his tractor into the SDM's car. Fortunately, the officer escaped serious injury. Police seized two tractor trolley and began further investigation. The incident highlights the growing threat posed by illegal sand mining's network to administrative officers in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh Assembly Speaker Narendra Singh Tomar inspected preparation for the special assembly session scheduled for Wednesday. He reviewed security arrangements and sitting plans along with Principal Secretary Arvind Sharma and Assembly Secretariat officials. The special session is being organized to mark 75 years since the first sitting of the Madhya Pradesh Legislative Assembly. The Speaker issued necessary instruction to ensure smooth proceedings. The session is expected to be symbolic, highlighting democratic tradition and the long legislative history of the state. Madhya Pradesh has ranked third in the country in action against fertilizer, black marketing, hoarding and diversion. According to data presented by the central government in Parliament, between April 1st and November 28, 2025, a total of 91 FIRs were registered in the state. Additionally, licenses of 204 fertilizers dealer and institution were suspended or cancelled. The figure reflects intensified enforcement to ensure farmers receive fertilizers at fair prices and supplies are not diverted or illegally stockpiled. A controversy has erupted in Ujjain after a video surfaced showing a saint and his disciples reciting Hanuman Chalisa inside the Maulana Moj Dargah premises near the Shipra river. Following the video, the Dargah committee raised objection, stating that permission was taken only for Qawwali and offering a chadar, not for Hanuman Chalisa recitation. The committee said the act hurt religious sentiments. The incident has triggered debate over religious sensitivity and permissions at shared or sensitive religious site. The 11th Khajuraho International Film Festival will be held from December 16 to 22nd at the Shilpgram Complex in Khajuraho. Tourism Minister Dharmendra Singh Lodhi will inaugurate the festival. The event is dedicated to veteran actors Dharmendra and Asrani. It will feature a screening of Indian and international film culture performances and participation of film personalities. The festival aims to promote cinema along with tourism in the world-famous heritage city drawing audience from across the country and abroad. A tragic road accident occurred in Baira on the Agra-Mumbai National Highway where a speeding car hit women devotees walking in the Padyatra. The incident took place near an under-construction flyover at Khanpura village. The women were travelling on foot to the Khatu Shyam temple on the occasion of Ekadashi. Two women died on the spot while three others were seriously injured and referred to Bhopal for treatment. Police have started an investigation into the accident. In a tragic incident at New Beda Ghat in Jabalpur, a woman fell into the Narmada river while taking a selfie. The accident happened in front of her husband and 10-year-old daughter. The woman was identified as Swati Garg, a 36-year-old resident of Vijayanagar. She had visited the spot with her family to celebrate her wedding anniversary. After hours of search, her body was found 2 kilometers away near Swargdwari. The incident highlights the dangers of risky selfies at tourist spots. Madhya Pradesh is experiencing cold winter conditions as temperatures continue to fall across many districts. Early morning fog has reduced visibility in cities like Bhopal, Gwalior, Indore and Jabalpur, affecting road and rail traffic. In northern and western parts of the state, nights are getting colder while morning remain chilly. The weather department has advised people to stay warm, especially children and elderly citizens. Farmers have been asked to protect crops from cold stress. No rain is expected for now, and dry cold weather is likely to continue over the next few days.